This is DMY Institute. Watch this video if you're interested in pursuing an MBA program. In this video, we'll talk about some of the key differences among the top 25 business schools in the world. Before we head into that, I want to provide you a quick snapshot of the rankings of the business schools. These rankings are based on a combination of the difficulty in entering these business schools, alumni preference, and an average of the last 5 years ranking. Let me read them for you. Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, INSEAD, Columbia Business School, London Business School, Chicago, MIT Sloan, IMD, Tuck, Kellogg, University of California, Berkeley, Institute d'Impresso, Cambridge, IESC, HEC, Oxford, NYU Stern School of Management, Yale, University of Michigan, Darden, Cornell, Duke, UNC Cannon-Flagler, Carnegie Mellon. Now, there are certain business schools that has a star, and these schools have a higher potential to move up in terms of ranking. HEC, Oxford, and Cambridge because of the brand recognition through their alumni. Berkeley and MIT because of their technology focus. Technology is one of the key reasons for the growth of the large companies in the last decade, such as Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and Apple. Now, let's start understanding the differences. If you're one of those who really want to go after the high-paying jobs, that is, the jobs with the compensation package of over $200,000 a year, then some of the jobs that are offered are in hedge funds, venture capital, investment banking, strategy consulting. So they all come with a huge bonus. Now, if you're very particular about the areas like mergers and acquisitions and job locations such as New York or San Francisco, then the best option is to go to the top 3 business schools, which is Harvard, Stanford, Wharton. All the key firms make a visit to these schools. If you're someone who's not having a pre-MBA experience in investment bank or management consulting, venture capital or startup, then you still have a chance to present yourself if you are in the top 3 business school. Some of these firms do not really visit the rest of the business schools. So the only way to open the door is through networking. Networking means you need to have something in your pre-MBA experience to get you through the door. It gets slightly hard till the top 9 and gets hard till top 15 in the US. In Europe, it's mostly through networking, and this is dependent on your pre-MBA experience. Exceptions are exceptions. Another challenge with the European top-tier schools will be to get the job location preference and the compensation matching compared to the peers from the top 9 business schools. Now, let's go to the next key area. If you're one of those who is interested in switching career, for example, if you're an IT consultant with 4 years of experience at Microsoft and you want to switch to investment banking, example, associate for mergers and acquisition in Goldman Sachs, this is a big jump, and that is mostly possible only with the top 9 business schools. There could be some exceptions, but you have to treat that as an exception. The challenge will, however, be there if you're specific on the job location and compensation matching. On the next key area, that is strategic jobs with General Electric, like rotational leadership programs, product management at Microsoft, Google, or Amazon. The challenge will be there with the European top-tier schools in terms of location preference and compensation matching. On the next key area, which is openness when it comes to networking. So if you're in the top 20 business schools, most of your classmates are already with solid credentials and have a direct senior management or executive level connection in their previous firms. So their ability to put forward your career aspirations to these connections are very high if they know you through your MBA program. Because in the MBA program, there are lots of opportunities for your classmates to understand your potential and whether you would be an asset to theirs or their friends' organizations. For example, there is case cracking sessions during the classroom, interesting questions being asked during the class, team project work, and also while you're out with them in a party or a sport or an event. So all these situations help your classmates to understand your potential, and they can put forward your potential to the potential employers. Alumni readiness is to help is like when you send a note to an alumni to understand something regarding the job or a company and ask for 15 minutes of their time, their readiness to find a spot in their busy schedule. This is excellent in Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, while great in the next 9 and dependent on the next set of business schools based on your previous experience, expertise, and cultural background. What we mean here is more on the trust from the alumni perspective in general to show to their school's selectivity and the junior members. Another key area is the faculty classmates' preparation and participation in the class. In general, the classmates are very well prepared for the class and actively participate in the top 9 business schools. It's dependent on the rest of the business schools based on the faculty. However, in the European top tier schools, the method of education is slightly different and it is dependent on the faculty with an exception on IESC. Just want to add another note here for your pre-MBA preparation purposes. Most of the top tier MBA students are already aware of most business topics taught through the school. They are there in the school only to understand how they can get most out of the classroom or outside classroom participations. For example, if you're an investment banker or a consultant in your pre-MBA, there's not much that MBA curriculum can teach you. Nearly 65% of your class pool will be in any top 20 business school will be made up of these students. In top tier schools, it's expected of you to know nearly 50% of your theory prior to MBA. So, and the next key area is teamwork in projects. When you want to switch career, let's say if you're an IT consultant looking to get into a finance job role during your MBA course, you will be provided with many finance projects, and there is an opportunity for you to improve your confidence and skills and sharpen your skills when your project team members are investment bankers, management consultants who have dealt with handling such kind of projects in their previous professional life already. So that kind of helps you bring more confidence and be able to present yourself to the potential employers. And the next area is the brand. The brand helps you in a couple of ways. One, it provides a stable platform for you to excel in your post-MBA job. I'll explain that. The number 2 is it allows the doors to be open to you if you decide to look for an alternate job after your first post-MBA job. So let me explain the first point, which is providing a stable platform for you. So there may not be many employees coming out from the same business school you studied in your post-MBA organization. So let's say you are from Stanford and you joined Walmart at San Francisco. You would be knowing almost all of the Stanford MBA graduates in Walmart, and some of them will be senior and executive management level. You can have them as mentors or advisors in your work and can talk to them readily than many of your colleagues. You can cut through the political walls and reach the ears of the top executive because of your connection to that person through the business school. So your co-workers will love to get associated with you to gain credibility and goodwill. Overall, this helps you in getting visibility, a faster career progression, and a successful business execution. This mode is excellent in Harvard, Stanford, and Wharton. If you're not from the top tier business B schools listed here, then it really does not matter after your first post-MBA job. From the Europe, some of the schools enjoy the same level of brand that Harvard, Stanford, and Wharton enjoys. They are Oxford, Cambridge, and HEC, especially in France and French-speaking countries. With this, we will complete the comparisons. I have put another slide to indicate what may be the future top-tier business schools. This is based on the overall brand of the institute and the industry focus. Cambridge, Oxford, and HEC will move up the ladder in terms of ranking because they are alumni and brand. Berkeley and MIT will also move up the ranks. This is because of the technology focus of the MBA participants. Most of the reason, if you watched it, most of the reason big industry growths have happened in the technology sector in the last decade. Very large market capital companies such as Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google have created a lot of manpower need in the technology area. So there's because of the growth in the technology area, these schools such as Berkeley, MIT, and probably UCLA will have much more significant role in the rankings going forward. With this, I will stop this video session. Please watch my other video sessions if you're interested in higher studies. Thank you.